Hello everybody, welcome to this UI UX video tutorial where we'll be talking about understanding UI UX principles of design and UI elements. So let's take a look at our topics. So we'll be creating new projects using Penpot, wireframing and types of wireframe, introduction to UI elements, understanding basic shapes and boolean, introduction to color theory, color system, and how to export and save our work. Let's talk about creating new projects using Penpot. So click on the create new project and let's name our project. So in this, we will be naming our project UI UX design. So you can give your project any name. After that, click on the plus button there. So you can see the Penpot interface. So click on the board icon and draw a board. So to size this board, you can go to the formatting side, which is on the right bar. You can see, click on the board and select a, so let's select a size for it. And you can see different type of device. You can see iPhone, you can select desktop, but in this we are using iPhone 12. So you can see the iPhone 12 size. So let's resize our browser. Let's zoom it in. So you can zoom it in like this to size it. So let's talk about what is wireframe. Wireframe is a blueprint of a website or app constructing the layout, content, and designs to make it simple for designing the original website. So let's make an example with an architect. Architect constructs the blueprint of a house before they build the house. So that's the same work as wireframing of UI UX designer. So wireframes are basic visual presentations of a screen content and functionality. They provide a clear overview of the page structure, layout information, architecture, user flow, functionality, and intended behaviors. So let's talk about different types of wireframes. We have the low fidelity wireframes and high fidelity wireframes. A low fidelity wireframe can be done using pen and paper. An example of low fidelity wireframe is like this. You can see the login page, home page, and search page. So this is called a wireframe. Let's look at high fidelity wireframe. High fidelity wireframe is done after the low fidelity wireframe to make the structure clean and clear with the design tools like the InVision Freehand, the Balsamic, Sketch, Photoshop, Marvel, Proto.io, Figma, and Canva. So those are the design tools for wireframing. This is an example of a high fidelity wireframe. You can see how the structure is clean and clear. Let's talk about introduction to UI elements. UI elements are the building blocks used to create apps or websites. They are individual parts that provide interactive touchpoints, guiding the user around the page. There are four main categories of UI elements. We have the input control. Input controls allow users to input information into the system. These include drop-down menus, forms, and buttons. Another category is the navigation component. Navigation component helps users navigate on app or websites. These include a tab bar or hamburger menu. Another component is the informational component. Informational components share information with users, such as a pop-up box or a progress bar. The last component is the containers. The containers hold related contents together. So these are the four components of UI elements. Let's talk about typography and typesetting. Understanding typography and typesetting helps UI and UX designers make experiments with text and fonts for their app and website. So we'll be talking about elements of typography. So elements of typography are fonts and typeface, hierarchy, consistency, white space, and alignment. So understanding fonts and typeface, hierarchy, consistency, white space, and alignment helps UI and UX designer choose fonts and the type of text for their apps and websites. So in typesetting, we have tracking, canning, and leading. This is an example of typesetting using tracking, canning, and leading. With tracking, you can add a space in your text by adjusting it. While with canning, you can add a space in between two letters like this. While with leading, you can add a space between two texts in a paragraph like this by adjusting it. It's known as leading. So let's talk about basic shapes and boolean. With the UI basic shapes and boolean, you can create a fine design and a beautiful interface. So let's look at the basic shapes. We have the rectangle, the line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, and star. With those shapes, you can create a good design using any of the design tools. So let's look at Boolean operation. Boolean operation, we have union selection, subtract selection, intersect selection, and exclude selection. With those operations, you can combine two elements, you can subtract from two elements, you can intersect selection between two elements, and exclude elements. These are elements like shape. So union selection combines shapes together to create one solid shape. Subtract selection takes whichever shape is on top and we delete it from the shape below. Intersect selection only displays overlapping areas. Exclude selection will show everything but the overlapping areas. So understanding this, you can also create a good logo for your app or website. So let's talk about color theory. Color theory is the framework surrounding the use of color in art and design. Understanding the color theories helps UI and UX designers choose a good color for their app or website. With the help of a color wheel, they experiment different colors for their apps or websites. Let's look at the basic color wheel display. We have primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. The secondary colors are orange, purple, and green, while we have the tertiary colors, which are magenta, vermilion, violet, teal, amber, and chartreuse. let's look at the color system. Color has two different natures: the tangible colors that can be seen on the surface of objects and the colors produced by light. These two types of colors are known as the additive and subtractive color systems. Color system, we have the additive color system, which is RGB, and we also have the subtractive color system, which is CMYK, and the hex color system, which is HEX.